Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. It's been over 1 month since my last...
Nah, just kidding. You knew this was going to happen. What's up, guys? John Conley here, UncleJohnSoap.com. So today I thought I'd do something a little different. The last few videos I've done is just me complaining about other people and what they do. Totally beyond my control. But today I'd like to give you something actually useful. I'm always seeing on different websites and groups and forums and things like that, the question of, how can I take product pictures and have the background removed when I don't have Photoshop? Now, there are other photo editing apps. GIMP is one of them that's really a useful tool, but it is very involved. There's a learning curve to it for me. Maybe I'm just a moron. But then a couple years ago, I started touting, because I heard from somebody else, I didn't discover this, an app called Pixloom. I think it's Pixloom. I'll put a link down below, and you can check them out. It's like $1 a picture, minimum 3 pictures per job. So if you take 3 product pictures that you want the backgrounds removed from so that you can do something fancy or just make it look cleaner on your website, it's a 3 picture minimum, $1 a picture plus tax and maybe fees. If you want a shadow, like a drop shadow added to give it a little more depth, I think it's like an extra 50 cents per picture, which, hey, $1.50 per picture, that's not bad. Somebody else is doing the work. You're just uploading and then downloading when they're done. So it's definitely worth the money. Don't get me wrong. But I like to have control over my stuff in a lot of instances. There's things that I'll farm out, but product pictures, all the thumbnails, when you see this pop up in front of you, your notifications on YouTube, the thumbnail that you see where I'm sitting there looking stupid or whatever, that thumbnail was made in Canva. I love this program. Now, there is a free version that you can use to do a lot of things. There are some tools that you only get when you sign up and pay for a pro membership. I hate air quotes. I don't know why I just did that. When you pay for a pro membership, you get a lot more tools with it. And it's like $12.99 a month, I want to say, somewhere in that neighborhood. Let's just say $13. $13 a month for Canva Pro. And you can remove backgrounds. There's all kinds of edits you can do and filters and things like that. And I just love Canva to begin with. Like I said, I make my thumbnails out of it. A lot of product pictures come from there, flyers, advertisements on Facebook. Even some Instagram shots I'll do in Canva. It has a pre-programmed, say, oh, this is an Instagram post, and it'll just, boom, bring up that size canvas for you. So yeah, I'd like to now show you how I do my product shots now. It's easy, it's quick. The only downside is you got to pay for the program if you want to do certain tasks. But if you own any business, seriously, you're going to have to pay for something. And to me, I would rather pay $13 a month for this than pay $1 to $2 per picture for somebody else to do that, because there's so many other things you can do in Canva. And I'll put a link to that down there too. And I'm not being sponsored by them. This is just a useful tip, useful tool that I want to give to you guys, because I've done enough complaining on this channel, let's face it. All right. So I'm a genius. I left my tripod at home. Go figure. First thing we're going to do in order to get a semi-clean shot, and when I say semi, I'll explain it as I go. Pardon my shaky hand. I'm a mess. What can I say? First thing you need to do is get a piece of printer paper, copy paper, whatever. Xerox paper, if you're old. Love the handheld thing here. This is just, talk about artsy. So anyway. All right, so position your 8.5 by 11 piece of paper. Bigger paper if you need to. I use this white craft paper. You can get it from Uline, Amazon, Sam's Club. I get a lot of these from Sam's Club. It's an 18-inch. The holder, I think, came from Uline because that's where I got my paper first. I use this to cover my counters when I'm working to make cleanup easier, which you can see I really didn't clean up well yesterday. But anyway, so you can use that too. If you've got something bigger that needs to be done, use that. For right now, for what I'm doing, let's see. We've got some lavender soap here. So let's do something kind of, wow, this sucks, doesn't it? Let me get down lower. There we go. All right. So let's do, I don't know, stack like that with maybe a bar in front. Oh, yeah, oh, look at that. Now, the trick here is to get mostly solid colors behind you. This is a small sheet of paper. Let's pull these forward a little. The more solid the background behind whatever you're shooting, the easier it is for the software that you're using to remove the background. But you know what? We're going to leave a little bit of that black showing too. I don't necessarily care too much about the light. Like generally, we're just using these overhead fluorescents. Nothing fancy. A little bit of daylight coming in behind me. So let's do that. Let me take a picture. So you jump on your computer. You open up Google. That's what I use, Chrome. And right up here, we're going to type in Canva.com. Boy, it's slow today. Alright, so as you can see, I already have an account. It automatically signs me in. So I just looked it up in my settings, and it's $12.95 a month for the Pro version. Like I said, it's way worth it. Look, you can do presentations, Instagram, posters, logos, resume. You can do all kinds of stuff. Here's a lot of my designs, thumbnails, and things like that. Elements for the website. So, okay. So here's what we're gonna do. You're on Canva, and like I said, sorry. I know you don't want to necessarily pay for stuff. I try to do things as free as I can, but $12.95 a month for all the things you can do in here. You can do short video clips. You can make GIFs and memes and whatever. Go up here to the upper right corner and click Create a Design. And then you have presentations, posters, logos, resumes, cards, flyers, blah, blah, blah. For me, I go custom size all the time. And if we're going to make it square, let's do 1080 by 1080 pixels. Mine pops up here because it's recent sizes that I've used. But up here in the width, you just go 1080 and height 1080 and then click Create New Design. Now, our blank canvas is up. What we need is, I emailed that picture to myself. I took it on my cell phone. It's easy just to email it to myself. Alright, once you're in your email, open it up. Sorry about the slow computer. And then just click Download. For me, on my computer, my downloads automatically go to the Downloads folder. You can see the status of it down here near the taskbar. Then go back to Canva. And on the left side, I'm pointing with my finger. Wow, I'm a genius. You can see my cursor moving on the left side. I have Uploads highlighted. Click that. Then the big purple blue bar that says Upload Media. Upload Media. Go to the folder, which is your computer, your device. And I'm going to go to Downloads. And the latest picture is this guy right here. Click Open, and it'll upload to Canva. You can see I did one already before. Very similar setup. In fact, that might be the same one. Oh well, same principle. Alright, now just tap it and it adds it to your canvas here on the right. Before you do any resizing or anything, you're going to go, while this is highlighted, the picture, you're going to go to Edit Image up at the top here. It'll bring up this side pane on the left. This looks different than my computer at home, but similar tools. Again, this is just for the paid version. I'm almost 100% positive, but you see background remover here. Just click that and let it do its magic. There are other programs that will do this, but for my money, this is the way I like to do it. Click Apply when it's done, and then I find that you got to give it a second, because Canva will take a minute to process it, and then you saw it disappear and then reappear. Okay, so now everything seems to be okay. Then I'm going to click Crop. and then these little handles on the corners show up. Just grab that, and you can slide it anywhere you want. I basically just want to bring in the sides a little bit. I didn't grab it right. Just to make it a little more square-ish. Click Done up here on the left, and that part's done. Then you can enlarge by grabbing these handles in the corners. Don't worry about the blue box. As long as your main subject is roughly inside the safe print border. There you go. You saw the red crosshairs show up? Well, purplish, red, magenta, whatever they are. That shows you that you're centered. Click outside if you want to kind of see what it looks like. Nice and clean. Let's see if I can zoom in a little bit on this. Yeah, I mean, that's not a bad cut for an automated system like that. That's pretty decent. Now, if you click the outer box, which is your background, highlight that, you can change colors of the background. You know, if you want to do something jazzy, there's a pink. Gray is too much like the lavender color. But anyway, besides colors, if you want a picture background, you can go to Photos, Stock Photos. And let's type countertop. I don't know. And then once that picture's over here, right-click it. And then come down to near the bottom of the menu and you see where it says Replace Background. So it isn't perfect. You'd have to find a good enough picture to where it looks less hokey. Plus, I took the picture at an upward angle. It was an awkward, weird angle. So, yeah, it may not work. Who knows? Or you could just do a wooden background. Replace background. And that doesn't look too bad. Over here, there's a tool. See where it says transparency? Up in the upper right corner. If you click that, you have this slider bar. Oh, I still have the color behind it, so you could do that too. I don't really like the green, but anyway. All kinds of stuff you can do. When you do, if you want your soap facing the other way, you can flip it. Nope, I had the wrong thing highlighted. Make sure you have the object highlighted that you want to flip. And I can have it facing the other direction. What else? On Edit Image, while the image is highlighted, you can create shadows, but I find that on a shot like this, they're very unrealistic. If you just had a single bar laying there, or a single loaf, adding a shadow would be easy. You can click Adjust, and you have brightness, contrast. Actually, I kind of like that. Saturation. You can sharpen it just a little bit. Don't over sharpen because it will make everything look grainy. X process, I'm not even sure what that is, honestly. Sometimes I'll mess with it, but most of the time I just try to leave it alone. Warmth, again, not for this. Clarity is not much different than sharpness to me. Vibrance. Highlights, you can go less highlights, more highlights. Like to show the light coming in on the top. Shadows, same thing. You can accentuate shadows, take them away. Add a little depth. Yeah, there's just all kinds of things you can do. Let's see, what else? There are pre-done filters you can use, photo effects, different tones and color mixes and glitches and shadows. There's all kinds of stuff you can do. You can put a frame around it. So, anyway. And then you just click download. When you're ready to download, if you want to save the picture just the way it is, PNG, I like. It's the highest quality. If you're planning on going into another program to do something with the picture of the soap, and you want to just keep that picture with a clear background, if you do PNG and click transparent background, it'll just be the soap. and nothing else will be behind it. You can also save it as a JPEG, regular image file, PDF print, vector graphics. I don't mess with vector graphics, I just don't have a need to, but that option is here. MP4 video, there are video elements in here that you can add, like a moving arrow or something over your picture, and GIFs and things like that. So I don't mess with the size much when I do these, but when you figure out which one you want, press download. Again, it goes to the download folder, but if you set up a folder somewhere else in your computer for just product pictures, say, and then subfolders, soap, scrubs, laundry soap, whatever you make, then basically transfer the downloaded file over to that folder and rename it something that you're going to remember. So this would be lavender bath soap product pick. If it has a clear background, I usually do CBG or clear, type it all out, clear background. So that way you have it. So sorry that was so long-winded, but hopefully that gives you an idea how easy it is to do certain things for yourself. Free is good, but sometimes with very little monthly pay or a one-time fee for certain programs, you can do a lot of stuff on your own and have a lot of control over the artistic nature of whatever it is you're doing. So there you go. Hopefully that long-winded tutorial made some kind of sense to you and will help you out with doing your own product pictures for your website or Facebook page or whatever. Really get in there and play around with it. The sky is the limit. You can make all kinds of designs, make your stuff look professional, make it follow your brand and your style so easily. And really, $12.95 a month is a small price to pay. Again, I'm not sponsored by Canva in any way, shape, or form. In fact, I would love if Canva would sponsor me on these videos, but I doubt it'll ever happen. But if you know somebody, let them know. But it is a tool that I use multiple times a day for the soap business and my YouTube stuff, and I absolutely love it. Let me know how you guys make out with it. I'd be interested to hear how many of you already use Canva. Did you know it did all this? Do you pay for it? Do you use the free version for other things? Let me know in the comments down below. As always, thanks for watching. Sorry it's been so long since the last video, and we'll talk to you soon. See ya.